Magic-Uncut. My name's Graham. Behind the camera we have my lovely wife Diane. Say hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Diane asked me any question about magic.
What is OMG Opener?
OMG Opener is a relatively recent release by Astor Magic, and if you come down here, Diane, I'll give you an idea about what it is. Before I show you the effect, I'd just like to tell you a true story. I was recently doing a table hopping event, and I went to this table, and the typical what I call awkward customer, it's always a meal, or 9 times out of 10 it's a meal. He's always sitting either left or right of you. He's always had a drink, and sure enough he was there. You could make an elephant appear in the middle of the table and it wouldn't impress these type of people. And I actually clicked my fingers, made the card box disappear when I first went up to the table. Everybody was like, whoa, that's amazing. He just stood there stony faced. Then I took the deck, I spread the deck, showed the backs of the cards, and I said, I'm going to show you a trick that uses the 4 aces. And as I'm going through looking for the 4 aces, he said, that's not very impressive. I says, what do you mean it's not impressive? He says, well, you haven't shuffled the cards. So I took the deck, I cut the deck into 2 halves, and just to keep them happy, I actually give them a riffle shuffle. Now, I want you to see, it isn't a fake magic trick shuffle, and I wanted him to be certain that it was definitely shuffled, so I pushed them together. I even give the deck a few cuts, and then I took the deck and spread the deck, and I said, look, all the cards are mixed, are you happy with that, sir? And he went, no. He says, I want to shuffle the cards. Now, giving somebody like that your deck to shuffle is normally the kiss of death, but before I even had a chance to pick the deck up, he grabbed the deck. And the worst kind of customer, a grabber. And he took the cards, he says, I'm going to box these cards, I'm going to mix some face up and some face down. Now there was a woman at the opposite side of the table says, that's not very nice, the magician's going to really struggle to find the aces in a deck like that. He says, I don't care. He says, I'm going to mix these up. He says, I'm going to turn some face up and some face down. He says, I'm going to make it so hard for him. And that's exactly what he did. He boxed all the cards up like this and boxed them up like that. And then he stuck the deck in front of us like that. I thought, what am I going to do? So I took the deck, I give it a cut, and sure enough, some were face up, some were face down. I put the deck on the table, I cut the deck there, I cut the deck there, and I cut the deck there, and you could see some were face up, some were face down. Face up, face down, face up, face down, face up, face down. Oh. He says, that's fettled, yeah? I says, well, watch this, and I clicked my fingers and I made a sort of little movement like that with my hand. It might have been like that, but I think it was like that. And then all of the cards were all the same way. Every single card in the deck was the right way up. He went, how did you do that? I says, I did it with finesse. And then I took the deck and I spread the deck across the table like that. And I got a little pile of cards and put them there. And I got a little pile of cards and put them there. And I got a little pile of cards and I put them there. And I put the whole pile there, and I says, even though I riffle shuffled them, give them cuts, and you messed them up like that, I click my fingers and I says, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. At this point, I thought that would be the finish, but he turned around and said, I wanted kings. I says, sorry? He says, I wanted kings, I didn't want aces. So at that point I clicked my fingers, and sure enough, there was the king of spades to match the king of spades, ace of spades. There was the king of clubs to match the ace of clubs. And there was the king of hearts to match the ace of hearts. And there was the king of diamonds to match the ace of diamonds. Still wasn't finished. He said, what happens if I'd picked any other card? I says, well, that would have been easy, because now I've put them back in order. In fact, they're in new deck order all the way through, ace through to king, ace through to king, every single card in new deck order, ace through to king, ace through to king. That's the ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king of spades, clubs, hearts and diamonds. And that is OMG Opener. I think you'll agree it's a nice little card trick. It comes with a video that you need to explain how to do it. I wouldn't call them gaff cards. It comes with 4 special cards that you need to do the effect, but other than that it's fairly easy to do. If you enjoyed that, there should be another magic trick up here, please check that out. If you're not a subscriber, we're trying to get to 1,000 and we're not far off. Hit the subscribe button, because when we get to 1,000 there's a massive magic giveaway. And thank you very much for your time.